For those of you who have been following along with the series here, I'm going to start with a brief little where are we at. So quickly on the map, we are just sitting at the alchemy bench inside of Troskowitz. Last episode, we ended at Samine. We got our first horse. So last episode, if we look at our stats, we got our strength all the way up to 30, our vitality all the way up to 30, and we found a charisma set that got our charisma all the way up to 30. This episode, I'd like to get a set of gear to get my stealth below 20 on every stat. Conspicuousness, noise, and visibility, if possible. I think we can do it. I'd also like to work on leveling my stealth and thievery skills. I don't know if we'll get all the way to 30 on those, but we're going to get far enough up that it's going to be really nice. We're going to have stealth and thievery. All we'll have left to really worry about after that, for my play style, is going to be marksmanship. Now, what we want to do today was make some money. But because of the time of day, it being like 9 o'clock at night right now, none of the vendors are open. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory that I want to get rid of. These random weapons and random gear I'm not wearing, and all of this food that we carried around to gain strength, the dried beef and the smoked beef, and some of this food that's going bad, right? I want to sell all this stuff. Some of these weaker potions. I'm going to probably keep a lot of my ingredients, maybe put them in my horse to drop some weight. So before we leave, I would like to have my weight down, my money up, and I'm going to go ahead and craft some poisons just to let the time go by, right? The vendors aren't going to open till 8 in the morning. So I'm going to pass time right now until midnight, because from midnight to 4:30 in the morning is when I'm going to do my best work. When brewing potions between midnight and 4:30, you work better. So I can use my dried herbs to make Henry's version of poisons. Now, the poison I'm going to make is called Bane poison. The ingredients you need for that, and I'm going to walk you through it. The ingredients you need are this mushroom here, Amanita muscaria. You need belladonna, and you need wormwood. Now, in our first episode, we pretty much looted all of the belladonna from here. But if you were to go right over there, you would find some wormwood. So if you really wanted to, you could grab some fresh wormwood and start working before midnight, and probably still make a good Henry's potion with your dried belladonna and your fresh wormwood. If you haven't looted all the belladonna out of here, you can have fresh of both. And as far as the mushroom, I would assume from all of our walking around last episode that you found enough of those. All right, so now we have perk Nightcrawler. Is that the one we needed? No, I think it turns on when you start alchemy. Yeah, Dark Arts Apprentice. So that's what you want to see. And then you're going to, let's throw in some wine. I'll show you this once. And you can make as many as you want all the way up until 4:30 a.m. And then from here, we're going to grab our ingredients. The mushroom, the belladonna, and the wormwood. Go ahead and drop in a wormwood into the cauldron, just one. And then we're going to drop that down for 2 turns. And while I wait, I always like to just do 1 step in between each, just to move us forward. We'll wait for the sand glass. We'll turn it again. Grab 1 more dried belladonna. So you should now have 2 dried belladonna in the mortar. Wait for that sand to run out. Raise the cauldron. Grind the belladonna up. Drop it in. And now this has a little bit of a different step. So we're going to drop this down. We're going to flip for 1 turn. And then we're going to pump on the bellows. Perfect. As soon as that turn is done, we're going to raise it back up. And pop in the mushroom. Grab our file now. Instead of pouring it out, you want to distill it. This all happens on its own here. All right. Once it's distilled, hopefully if you did that all right, you should get a Henry's Bane potion. There we go. So that gives me 6 of those. And if we take a peek at it, makes running impossible and reduces health by 110 over 15 seconds. So you shoot someone with an arrow that has Henry's Bane potion on it. Not only are they not going to be able to chase you because they're going to have to walk, so you can kite them forever, but they're also losing 110 health. Most people I've tried this on die while they're walking to you. Really good poison. I haven't tried any of the others. I want to try one called Lullaby, but I don't have the ingredients yet. That one says that it completely drains their stamina to 0. So I would guess like they can't even move. Okay, so work on that until 4:30 in the morning. And then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to make my way through town and go to this bed here. Remember, we snuck in through this side. This isn't actually a bed that you own. If you're not feeling comfortable doing that, there is a bed right here that you can purchase from the innkeeper or from the tavern. That's fine too, but I'm just going to sneak up in here and rest. And then we'll be right back. I was able to create 36 Henry's potions in the time I had. Henry's Bane poisons, sorry. 36 of them, which got my alchemy up high enough that now I'm able to get Poison Specialist 2. Means I'm going to be able to put that Henry's Bane poison on more arrows. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. I don't actually plan on leveling up my bow skill this episode. That will likely be next episode. But this is a good time since we have this free time right now between midnight and 4:30 to start working at it, right? All right, let's meet up in the morning and sell some of our stuff. And we're going to buy a couple things while we're doing it too. Okay, it is early in the morning, 8 a.m. All the shops should be open. We are sitting in our little hideaway. We're going to basically stop at every shop. We're going to stop at Taylor Bartoshek. We're going to stop down here at Craftsman. I don't know why he doesn't show up on the map right now, but there is a vendor here where you can buy and sell weapons and armor. Weapons, bows, arrows, things like that. You can also sell food at the tavern, and you can sell food over at the trader, and you can sell a lot of your alchemy stuff down here at Emmerich. I'm going to make my way to each of these vendors. I'll go ahead and show you each of those as we get there, because at some of them I'll buy stuff. Okay, here we are at Taylor Bartoshek. You do have an option to repair.
This could use some repairs.
And you can repair anything you want, only repair the stuff I'm wearing. But if you wanted to repair all this other stuff so it had more value, you can. I'm not going to do that, but you can.
Excellent. It was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
And the other thing you can do is actually trade with him, which I went into the wrong screen. Now, as far as selling goes, sell all of your clothes that you don't want, right? As far as this black hat, you might want to keep that. It has a little bit of ability for stealth. We're going to find better. I'm not going to keep it. So I'm going to get rid of any clothes, jewelry, anything that he will purchase. And I'm going to try to get as close to what he has, which I'm already over. So I'm going to escape out of that. 382, he has 336. That's okay. Let's see what we can buy from him. This burger per point is decent on the conspicuousness, noise, visibility stats. The visibility is really good. You could get that. I think we're going to find something better, but it doesn't hurt to go ahead and get that item for now until we find the better one. I'll go ahead and get that. And now we're getting 367. I'm okay with this because ultimately I'm also trying to raise my reputation. My reputation right now is 84. I think this is showing vendors specifically, but let's see what it turns into when we're done here. Go ahead and haggle.
Word about the price.
Very well.
And then you can leave it right where it is because this is still going to be more. We're giving him more for less. So I'm going to leave it right where it is. Make the offer. Something for your trouble.
Thank you. I was glad to be of help to you.
When we get a double reputation gain up there. Now let's just take a peek. It was at 84 and it's now at 89. Decent little bump from that. All right, let's head off to the next vendor, which is going to be right in here is where you typically find them. As you enter the carpenter space, you're just across from the inn over there. He is working Almost every time I find him, he's working on whatever this log is. Trade with him. Now, for him, you can sell all these extra weapons and armors that you don't need. I'm not going to carry shields. I'm going to get rid of the bolts because for now I plan to carry a bow and arrow. And I'm not sure on these, so I keep them. Let's get rid of this stuff. And 125. He's got 180. I do want to purchase stuff from him, though. I want the Village Elm Bow. It's the best one I think he has. 90 power, 100 durability. And the Dogwood Village Bow is 70 power, 100 durability. I don't really understand the pricing in this game very much. It would seem to me that this Dogwood Bow would be less expensive because it's not as good, according to stats. But apparently something about it. Anyway, he's got 21 crude arrows, 18 crude bolts. I'm not going to bother with those for now. The Marksman Kit, I think, helps you repair, keeping your bow and crossbow in good condition. That, I think, is worth getting, right? Let's see, 132, 161. That's fine. And then as far as these die go, I have a mod that shows me what their percentages are. Taking a peek, the Holy Trinity die tends to land on 50% of the time almost. Okay, I'm going to leave those alone as well. So I'm getting the bow and a marksman's kit. And then I'm going to haggle with him.
Let's talk about the price.
I suppose we can try.
And then I'm going to drop it down one and
Here, and
give him a little tip. Get that double reputation.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Okay, across the street here, we can vendor off some of the meat to the innkeeper. All right, so she has 182. Is there anything that we could want to buy from her? I'm just going to sell to her enough to be a little bit above this 182. And I'm going to start with the dried beef. And let's see how much she'll give me for all of it. 455. So we don't want that much. Let's go here. 243. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right. We're not making as much as we could if we min-max this thing, but I'm also wanting to get reputation. This says reputation 100 with her, but this will also improve reputation just around, right? It's worth doing still. Next step, we've got 2 more vendors that we're trying to hit. If we can get that far before daytime ends at this pace. This walking is brutal. Anyway, the trader here and the alchemist down here. I'm going to go to the alchemist first because whatever's left, I'm just going to give to this trader. Let's meet up at the alchemist. All right, and trade with him. And he has a whole bunch of recipes that we don't currently know, including the one for soap that we just discussed. It wouldn't be bad to get some of the things that you don't get as easily, like the mushroom. I already have charcoal, enough of it for now. I'm not going to buy any more, but we may want to make some more Bane poison down the road. The belladonna's easy to get. The worm's wood, which he doesn't even have, isn't too hard to get either, so I wouldn't worry about that. But finding these mushrooms is a pain for me. It's hard to see them sometimes where they're at. So I'm going to grab those as well. All right, now as far as selling, because we got 1,200 worth of stuff here. Let's see if we can get him. What do we need? Maybe 5 more of these. 322 and maybe one of these. 333. We're selling more money than he has. So we should be able to now haggle with him.
Let's talk about the price.
Das könnte vielleicht gehen.
And leave it alone.
All right, I agree.
And we get double reputation gain. So that's what I'm kind of going for there. And this last one, we should get a huge reputation bump because we're going to sell off all of the rest of our beef and stuff. All the weight carrying foods. I'm basically just going to have honey on me. All right. So sell off everything we don't want at this point. All right, looking at everything that we don't actually need to carry, and we could read all this stuff, read the book, and then sell him the book back. I'll do that later, though. Keep the book for now. I'm keeping any clothing I'm wearing, and I'm keeping this burger per point for now, which you can see brings our noise and visibility down. So I'm going to keep that for now. All right, as far as what to buy from him, I don't think we have a pouch on yet, so that would be, yeah, we would want a pouch. We can get the crude arrows just because we need to try to get our money up. So we're still getting 494. And what else does he have that we might want? There we go. If you want to check your reputations, head over to reputations right here, and you can just go through and see where you're at. So we just did a whole bunch in Troskowitz. Our reputation with all of Troskowitz is now at 89. And you can come down here and look and see craftsmen and merchants are at 100, taverns at 100. I don't know what other is, other villagers and farmers. There we go. So you are leveling up your reputation, which is going to make it easier to talk to people and things like that. They're just going to like you more. All right. What is our weight at? 855. All right. So we still need to get rid of some stuff. Yeah, we still got quite a bit of stuff. Let's see how much we can offload on Pebbles. Pebbles. What are you doing inside the fence? Come on. All right, so I'm just going to move stuff over from me to Pebbles. Let's see, how much can Pebbles carry? 158. And if I go to here and just start dropping off some of this onto the horse, 131. It's got me down a little bit. Okay, I have Pebbles at 156, and I have me at 310. And I am ready to move on out. And I have already gone ahead and started working on my thievery set a little bit. I put on the best items I could find for my thievery set, which is basically everything that I have now, minus the rings, and adding in that burger per point that we discussed earlier. Okay, put on my pouches, put on all of that stuff. And I still have my charisma set going. We're in good shape here. Next step is we want to start working on our thievery skills. That is going to be all the way down here at Miller Crazel. So set yourself up to head that way. And I would suggest don't fast travel to Samin. Don't fast travel down to Nebakov Mill and then make your way across. Actually ride the horse. My understanding, and I haven't actually gotten this to happen yet, is riding the horse will level up the horse. And once you get to, I think what I heard is 35 kilometers of riding the horse, then all his stats will level up. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here. I will meet you as we get closer down there. All right, we've made it down here. It is already starting to get to be midday. I want to go ahead and get into town, find the miller, and get this conversation going. Sometimes he's sitting here. Sometimes he's working at his bench right there. And sometimes he's upstairs. And I'm thinking right now he must be upstairs because I'm not seeing him around down here. See if we can find him. I must have completely overlooked him because he's sitting right here at his workstation. Are you looking for help?
Are you still looking for a helper, like you mentioned at the tavern?
Hi, I am. I wasn't expecting you to actually show up. You young folks these days are all talk and no action.
I'm not like that. I also heard you might be able to get me into the wedding.
Forget about the wedding for now.
All right. What kind of work do you have then?
You'll be carrying sacks of flour.
I probably won't find anything better around here anyway.
The sacks are in the barn, and the wagon is in front of it. I'll give you a groschen for every half dozen you carry. You won't have to buy food. We'll take care of that. And you can sleep here, in the barn, but not on the sacks of flour. You understand? Or I'll tan your hide. Climb up to the loft with the others. Careful what you wish for. Go on, get to work.
Okay, so you now have a bed. It's clear up there. Let's see if we can trade with him. I guess you have to finish the sack of flour thing first to be able to trade with him. And trading with him is where we really are going to get our best clothing for now. And that's why we wanted all of that money, so we could get this better clothing. All right, here is your player chest. This is the first one we've come across, but across the world you'll find a few of these, and all of your stuff is in it. Now you're going to notice I have a whole bunch of stuff. All of this stuff is in here from buying the whatever version that I bought. I don't actually want to use this stuff for this playthrough because not everybody's going to have it. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to drop off everything I don't need. The only thing you want to be sure of is that you continue to carry 30 alchemy ingredients because that is one of your survival items. If you have more than 30 fresh or dried herbs in your inventory, your charisma will count as 2 more. All right, if you're ready to sleep, you can sleep there. I'm not ready to sleep right now. And start carrying these bags to that cart. Now you're gonna notice in here, there's lockpicks and a dagger. Might as well grab the dagger. No point in buying a dagger. You can start working on this lockpick. I would wait until you get the quest, but you can work on it now. Carry 6 of these sacks, and sorry about the rain. It got real heavy there and got real loud. So you're gonna carry these sacks right over. Holy smokes. Put them down here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna carry these sacks. Okay, fortunately the rain has died down. This is our 6th sack, so let's see what happens.
What the?
Have you got it done? I said, are you done?
You're milling some pretty peculiar grain here, Miller. It's got a bit of a metallic flavour to it.
Can't you be more careful?
Tell me the truth. What are you really doing here?
Seems I'll have to lift the lid off the cauldron of knowledge sooner than I expected. You think you're ready?
Yes.
I'm attempting to convert matter into a truly miraculous energy.
What?
I understand. It seems impossible. I'm sure you're asking yourself what that has to do with the metal in the sacks. But we're only just scratching the surface. For my experiment, I'll need something earthy. Something we'll have to appropriate. And that's something you can help me with, my curious apprentice.
Okay, thievery then?
So thievery, just like Peshek in Ratai. I should have known.
Thievery? What a crude way of putting it.
But a truthful one.
Those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Let's do it.
I'll help you.
That's the right attitude. Now listen up. In Troskowitz, next to the tavern, there's a rat house. And in that rat house, there's a chest. And in that chest is a document I need. One that used to be mine, but due to an unfortunate twist of fate, ended up there. It's called The Offer of Hermes Trismegistus. It's written right on it. Can you read? At least a little?
I can read, but I reckon that's the catch, isn't it?
The catch is, the chest is under lock and key, and most likely well guarded.
Of course it is. And then you'll get me into Semin's wedding?
Aye. If you help me, I'll find a way to get you there. Miller's honor.
All right. Can you teach me more about thievery?
I'd like to learn more about the art of thievery.
Thievery? I call it the art of thievery. It's simply an art. But all right, enough wordplay. If you want to learn something, go and see Hensel. He'll tell you how to relieve people of the things in their purses, or how to quickly and painlessly send them to the land of dream. And if you'd like to try opening locks without a key, there's a chest in the barn that you carried the sacks to. You can practice on that.
Where exactly should I look for this document? I doubt they've only got one chest in the Troskowitz rat house.
I can't help you there, but my hand Zinnik might know more. He had the document on him, but then the bloody fool got caught because of something else, and they took it from him. I'm pretty sure he's still on display in the stocks on the square. Just remember, lad, if you get caught like he did, the guards will turn out your pockets.
I'm not seeing the guy we need to talk to for pickpocketing, but that's fine. Let's start with the lockpicking. So we grabbed the lockpick sitting here, and now you can pick this chest over and over for, I don't know, a dozen times or so. So what you want to do, and yes, I have a mod that changes the look of this. It puts Roman numerals in here, makes it a little easier to see where you're lined up. So you find where it's lined up, and then you move with it the best you can. It's actually really simple, and there's 7 more lockpicks here. And just keep doing this until it gives you a warning saying, hey, you can no longer do this. You've gotten all your levels out of this. Okay, he's now said that he's got nothing left to learn here, and it no longer has a lock function on it. If we take a peek, my thievery went up from 5 to 8. So I got 3 levels out of that, which isn't bad. All right, so since I have no more levels there, let's move on to what's left here, which the next thing I want to do is practice takedowns and pickpocketing, which puts us at E, and he is out here.
Crazel said you'd teach me to pick...
Sure. Follow me. I know a quiet place. So Crazel took you on just like that. Surprising. Crazel hardly trusts anyone. He's a smart man, so don't you even think about betraying him. That would end badly for you. Not to scare you, though. That's not why I'm here.
Okay, so he's wanting you to talk to him and start a pickpocketing thing where you grab a key out of his inventory. before I do that, I'm
Come on
going to go
now,
ahead
stop
and
stalling.
pickpocket him because nobody cares. So you can
Come over
practice your pickpocketing right here as much as you want. Grab an item, close it up, and just keep practicing your pickpocketing on him. If you get caught, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
Come to me.
So do that all the way up until you can't do it anymore. Sometimes you get to a point where it's hard to pickpocket somebody because it doesn't want to let you go. If you wait 1 hour, it seems
Come
to
to me.
help improve it a little. Not a lot, but a little. So we're getting a lot of agility and thievery
then?
points
I don't
here.
have all
Now,
day.
his bag disappeared. You see that? When his bag disappears, he still has a front pouch. And because nobody
Come to me.
cares, you can continue to steal from him. And even if you're caught, it doesn't really matter all that much. All right, so now his front pouch is gone, his back pouch is gone.
And get
There's not
over
much
here.
you can do beyond that other than just starting the conversation. So let's go ahead
What are you
and
waiting
talk
for?
to him.
So here's some advice. First of all, rich or poor, most folks carry their things in a pouch either in front or in the back. The front one holds keys, coin, and other small items.
And the rest is in the back.
Exactly. Now, this is important. Don't steal from the front pouch unless you're sure you know what you're doing.
All right, let's go here.
I can manage a different way.
Oh yeah? And how's that?
I'll take it from behind.
That you can. Just remember, it'll be further away and there's a bigger risk of getting caught.
Don't worry, I've tried it before.
Show me how nimble your fingers are then.
All right, let's do it.
On the tutorial, you only have to steal one thing. So try to get the most time you have, and you just need to steal the one item. The cutscene starts
I didn't
again.
notice you at all, and that's exactly what you want. Now give back what you took.
Here you go. What now?
That's it. It's a simple art. But if you want, you can give it another try.
Okay, you can just say yes and start over here, but say no, let him walk
Stop
away,
by when-
and as he walks away, ask him to do it again.
I want to try pickpocket.
All right.
And now, when you check his pouch, you've got that key that you stole the first time. You can keep practicing, and it doesn't matter that you get caught, other than it matters for your skill points. And one more item. I'm gonna get caught. That's okay. So
get
right
over
here,
here.
see, I keep getting caught quicker than I can actually get a thing off. You can wait an hour, and that might get better. Let's see if he's got anything on his front pouch. I don't think he has a front pouch on. He doesn't.
Come
All
over
right.
here.
So at this point, you talk to him. You keep going on this cycle as long as you want or as little as you want. I'm going to go on for just a little while, and then we'll meet back up. All right, once you've done all of that, enough, find Miller Crazel and start a trade
I'll have a
option
look
with
at
him.
the ware.
The ones you want for sure are this coif, whatever the word is, embroidered shirt, high boots, and this between the hoses, it is the hose joined. Yeah, that's the better one. You can go with the felt cap and the cleric's hood or the miner's cap or any of those. This miner's cap actually looks like it's pretty decent. We can try it. If I remember right, you just want to leave this coif on. And we're going to have good enough stats. They're going to be below 20, except visibility, I think, is going to be at 21. Let's try it. We don't need the dagger. Wouldn't hurt to get this thievery book if we can afford it. And if you need any lockpicks, he's got a ton of them. I'm not going to buy any lockpicks. I think I'm okay for now. Here's that poison I was talking about. Reduces stamina and stamina regen by 10% for a quarter of a day. I haven't tried this on anyone, but I would assume that they just can't move. Anyway, so that is the stuff we want. If we have anything left to sell him, that'd be fine. We can get rid of this burger per point now because we're going to replace that.
Let's talk about the price.
And I'm just going to leave that right there.
I could go for that price.
And we got double reputations on it. Good. Let's look at our gear for our stealth set and pick out the best stuff. So we've got this piece here, embroidered shirt. Servant's hood is actually better off. So leave that off. We can sell that thing. High boots, hose joined. Look at us, 14, 14, 21. Leave your leather gloves on. Hunter's belt, wander pouch. They're not going to affect you. Put your dagger in its slot. Make sure you have your bow in one slot. And we should be all set here to start our thieving. Okay, this is the quest you're looking for to get from him. Obtain some thieves' clothing's optional. And that is going to get you going up to Zelazov Wagoner's Inn. Up here, there you can talk to the bathhouse lady and get the clothes, or you can just stealth and get the clothes that way. We're going to go up here and we're going to wait until nighttime, and then we're going to rob this whole little village blind. And that's going to help us level up a bunch of our thievery skill. So let's meet up here at the Zelazhov Wagoner's Inn at nighttime, grab this thieves clothing, and walk through a couple of steps on how to level up our thievery here. We are just outside of town. I'm not sure what that thump noise is. Is that the sound of midnight? Probably. All right, no one coming, no one looking. Let's head in. I'll always close the doors, just so if anybody does stop by, or if any guards are walking by, they don't see the door open and want to investigate. Our stealth at this point is not great, so we need to really improve that. I'm going to start this medium chest. If you're using a keyboard and mouse, this should not be too difficult for you at this point. Just try to... It's a little bit hard. But there's no one in this room, so that's a good one to work on there while no one's around. I'll take all of this stuff. And so Thievery 12 and Perk Point. Let's see what we can do. And I know this screen is really bright right now. It's because we're doing the nighttime thing. I'll turn the brightness down after we get through the night, but I want to make sure you guys can see the sneaking. The pickpocketing one is good. And I think that's the one we want right now. We'll take that one. And we just grab whatever you want. All right, the items that you actually want, though, for this quest are upstairs. I'll show you where those are. Just go quietly. There's a guy sleeping around the corner. They're in this chest right here. So again, it's another medium, which is great because it's going to help you level faster. And so here's all of your thieving stuff. These soft shoes you're probably going to want to put on. But go ahead and take all of that. Is this the wrong chest? Soft shoes, 14, 12. It might be that chest. Yeah, it's this one. There we go. It's the simple shoes. Those are the ones we were looking for. Let's grab all of this stuff.
Yes, these will make me almost invisible.
Let's see if that's true. Simple shoes, 16, 12, 21. So the noise goes down. Let's put them on and see. Yeah, the high boots are still better, I think. 15, 14, 21. Maybe none of these are actually better. Yeah, I wouldn't switch. Doesn't look like it. With this one, you can actually get your visibility down a little bit. I think what we have on right now is probably what we're going to stick with. But that's the quest. And now from here, you just want to go around and pickpocket everybody. Practice pickpocketing. Should be pretty easy since they're sleeping. And this will really get you some good levels. I would leave 2 easier items. Close it out. So now we got Stealth 7 in there. And pickpocket each person 3 times. I found that to be a pretty good number to get you good skills, right? And now our thievery is up to 14. I don't know if we got enough skills to... Yeah, so stealth and thievery are still just where they're at. But every time you pickpocket somebody, you're going to get more. This one's going to be very hard. So you'll likely have to use her key. Let's see if we can't. All right. So we got her key off of her. So you should be able to open that one now with the key. But let's see if we can't get some more kind of levels off of her real quick. Good. One more. Here we go. This one will work. There we go. Good leveling opportunities there. You can rob this section back here if you want to. This one's a medium. You can grab this person's keys here, or you can just pick it. I would prefer to pick it. And just grab anything you actually want. I'm going to try those soft shoes out to see if they're any good. And otherwise, I'm leaving that alone. All right, another perk point. Again, you pick whatever you want. Let's see. Stealth skill is 3 higher inside of settlements. That's really good. After picking a lock or picking, you gain a bonus 3 in stealth and thievery for a couple minutes. Or if you fail at something, right? So that's pretty good too. I think Let's go with stealth 3 higher permanently, and then mischief artist we also want, but we'll have to wait. All right, see if we can't loot her 3 times. That's how we're going to do all the leveling up. I'll always try to grab the harder ones first. Okay, and that piece of bread. There we go. So we've pretty much done everything we can with the loot in this place. We did pickpocket him, yes. So now we can go back downstairs, and there is still 1 doorway there that we got a person in. Oh, 2. We got 2 doorways here. So let's loot these folks also. All right, come morning, make sure you switch into your regular clothes, get out of stealth, and you should be able to walk around with no one being the wiser, as long as you're not wearing anything of theirs that's stolen. And you're in your good gear. No one should question anything that you're doing. And so we're just gonna make sure we're all cleaned up. We're gonna walk around, see what people are thinking.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Well, thank you. See, he doesn't have any clue that I took all his stuff. Hello, Mr. Musician. Is your flute missing? The dice player? Yeah, so see, it's all good. All right, to finish this up, let's find our horse and make our way right over to this document quest. And let's finish up. That'll be our ending for the day, getting this document. That's the part of this quest here for Materia Prima for the miller. So let's go ahead and head back over to Troskowitz. Call the horsey. Hello, horsey. I'll meet you over there. All right. I see along the way here we've come across some bandits up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put back on my stealth armor. I'm going to make sure that we put our Henry's Bane potion on some hunting arrows, and then double check that the hunting arrows with the poison on it are the ones that are actually in the slot. This is going to be my first use of arrows with this guy. I am stealthed and waiting for this one guard to make his way back over to this tree line. There he is. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay. This is pretty nice. Is he gonna go down? Yeah. So 1 shot on each of them with the poison took them out. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go through here, loot up all these bodies. Let's see. This guy should be down too. Yes, he is. Oh, looks like they took down a lot of guys too. We got soldiers. So I'm gonna go through, loot everybody up, and then continue on our travel towards Troskowitz. We'll meet you over there. Okay, once you're back at Troskowitz, what we're gonna do, we're gonna head into this area and into this doorway here. And we're going to go underneath the building and out this way. Make sure you're in your stealth gear, and we are. Crouch down when no one is here and open this door. Close it behind yourself. Stay stealth, watch for people in the windows, and make your way downstairs. You're going to get a red trespass here. So what I like to do, stealth down here, there's a guard sitting right there. I like to throw a rock over this way. And when he goes to inspect it, I'll sneak up behind him and choke him out. Drop him down. Now, all of that work that you did earlier needs to pay off here on this very hard chest. Find your spot. There we go. The piece you need is this offer of Hermes Trismegistus.
The offer of Hermes Trismegistus.
That's what he said, Trismegistus. Apparently. Feel free to loot whatever you want off the guard and make your way out. Don't go that way. Come back up here. Watch for guards. There is a guy sleeping there. You can take some time to pickpocket if you want. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get out of Dodge and make sure that nobody knows I was here. I'm going to uncrouch, put on my nice clothes, and just nonchalantly walk out of here like nothing happened. And everybody should be my friend, as long as nobody knows anything.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Okay, nice to meet you. All right, that's it. We head back down to the Miller, turn that in. So I'll meet you down there bring that document back to the Miller.
Greetings, my friend.
I have that document from Rat House.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
Judging by the contents, it seems like you're dabbling in alchemy here at the mill.
That's not a bad guess. But don't forget about astrology, theurgy, transmutation, and a smidgen of demonology. Although that's something anyone with a grain of sense should avoid. Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. This will come in handy. Ah, yes, of course.
What now?
That much? I'm going to need more. A lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry, I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semi.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected. I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me. The fire of the Creator is within me. But you'll have to wait a while. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? Not at all. You guessed it. It's nothing less than high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
You are my apprentice, after all. You deserve to know what all of this is leading to. Now, pay close attention. I want to make a goat out of dough, using secret alchemical practices and theurgy. Bring him to life.
You promised me a reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now, I completely forgot. Here you go, so you don't go around saying that Miller Crazel is a pinch purse. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried, and if you want some more work, there's plenty.
I'm going to call that this episode. We got a lot done. We leveled up our thievery. We killed our first people with a bow and arrow. That was cool. Some bandits that happened to be taking out guards. Got that done. We do have quite a bit of stuff on us, so we need to sell again. And another 3. We're almost overweight again. I'll go through, check that any of this gear isn't going to boost either my charisma set or my thieving set before we get rid of it all. And next episode, I want to actually start playing through some of the story. So we've leveled up our strength, our vitality, our charisma, our thievery now. Marksmanship will level up as we go, I think. If I find a place to do some target practice, I'll do that a little bit. I haven't found one. Not that I can recall. Anyway, next episode, I think what I'd like to do is actually start the story, the quest lines, which means we have this main quest stuff. We can do Miller Kretzel. We can do Blacksmith Radovan. I haven't even talked to the blacksmith yet. We also have Mutt. I'll find out what happened to Mutt. We've got Tomcat. Go see that. We do have this challenge Hensel to a fight, which we could do that at any time too. I'd like to find Mutt, go see Tomcat, do all the story stuff. I think that's what we'll start with next episode, and then we'll see where that takes us. I'm not even sure. All right, thanks for hanging out today. I look forward to playing this game some more. This game is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I haven't even really gotten to any of the story yet. I'm having a ton of fun. So next episode, though, we will start the story. I'll see you there. Goodbye.